Okay, so yeah, should be recording now, hopefully. So, um, yeah, we're gonna be doing a bit of VOD analysis. So I went to a tournament today. Well, technically it was yesterday now, because it's 1:32 a.m. Uh, but it was kind of today, I guess. And yeah, I brought my Switch for one of the setups. It was just a small local tournament, so they needed some setups, and I was able to play some matches on the setup. So these three against this villager player. Um, are what I'll be analyzing today, but they did actually save some VODs on a different Switch. So once those VODs are out, I will probably be going through them as well, and I might even do that one live. I just thought I would do this one not live since I'll have to be doing it all on my Switch stuff with like the replays because I don't want to go in and get a VOD of like the replays and then do all this kind of stuff. So um, yeah, I'll kind of be talking through my thought process. So, as you can see, these two matches went extremely long. So this will definitely be enough for one session. I'll probably do one analysis per like person that I played. I think will be good because there was one person that I played twice, and I kind of want to go through all my games with them because I think it could be interesting with how the last ones went. But I also played a friendly with them, which is this match here. How they played Pikachu. So we'll go through that one tomorrow, and then maybe I'll look through one that my friend and someone else did. I saved a replay just because I wanted to have replay data to watch. I think it's kind of fun to analyze games and see what people do and like how they think and everything. So yeah, that was this here. And then yeah, I saved some fun replays of my quick play sessions that I did this week. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this set, I think. So I did play Mega Man mostly against this villager. So for some context, there was people that were there playing Melee and a setup to our left, but Melee wasn't... It didn't have like a bracket there. Like they just brought a GameCube and had a monitor that could play it, so they played it and they just did casual Melee. So I was a bit distracted by that on the left. But yeah, like that was on my left, and then the monitor that I was playing on was on the right, and it didn't have any game audio, but the Melee one did, so it was a bit distracting. Um, but yeah, so I think first off, this little interaction here kind of shows why this matchup is terrible and shouldn't exist. So yeah, you instantly get a Lloid Rocket. I can't really rewind this, but as you can see, there's the explosion of it in the center. So yeah, you have Lloid Rocket, and Lloid Rocket is very annoying for Mega Man to deal with, because Mega Man's projectiles do not go through Lloid Rocket unless it's the early form of Lloid Rocket, like when it's first summoned, and then when it starts moving, then it trades with Lloid Rocket instantly. So any projectile you throw out will just destroy the Lloid Rocket. So like if you do like Mega Man's pellets or lemons, whatever you want to call them, the first one will trade with it, and the next two will hit it. With Metal Blade just gets instantly destroyed, so it's really annoying. It's Metal Blade, it's usually a tool that's used to go through a few projectiles or a few people if there are like ice climbers in your way, or mainly a person in your way. You can throw out a Metal Blade and then get it a bit closer to them, or run away from them if you're trying to escape the whole situation. But yeah, obviously Villager is not going to be approaching Mega Man, and Mega Man probably doesn't want to approach Villager, but I like to play Mega Man a bit aggressively, which is probably why I don't do too well with them most of the time. But yeah, this match is going to go for quite a long time, so I'll just go ahead and let it play some so I can please reset the camera to actually be on a person. So yeah, try to get in some leads. So just trying to see what works in this matchup and what doesn't work early on, and as you can see, it's a bit rough. Villager does have like a bit of an upper hand, but Villager is obviously a worse character overall than Mega Man, I would say, on like a tier list thing. I did crouch under Lloid Rocket there. I do that a few times, I think, just because I can. Just to try out something else. Like if I crouch under it and then walk towards the Villager, they won't be able to summon another one. Then I start throwing projectiles at it, trying to just destroy Lloid Rocket. But my brain is just kind of focused on getting around Lloid Rocket, because I feel like that's going to be the main issue in this matchup. So, and then reacting to whatever the villager does afterwards, which is mostly just going to be neutral air, and this villager really likes to use up smash or forward smash at really bad times. So yeah, I'm just trying to throw out stuff, just get in some hits. I'm pretty down percentage-wise. Of course, up smash doesn't function there due to trading. So yeah, it's going to be another side B. You're going to hear that sound quite a lot for the next, like, 5 minutes. So, yeah, there, got hit in the face. I'm just trying to do whatever I can to get as close to this villager as possible to stop him from side B, but as I'll find out later in the matchup, that's not even going to stop them from side B, to be honest. You just have to allow side B to happen and then react to it. The last time I played this villager, because I've played them before, they like to hide behind tree, which is really easy to get around as that command, because I think you'll see it later in this match, or in the next match. You can actually just side special the tree, and then if you do that like 2 or 3 times, the tree is just gone. Like, the side special explodes on impact, so pretty easy to get around. Yeah, pick up the kill here with back air after losing the stock, so it pretty much trades like this back and forth. Like, during this entire tournament, I feel like I was on the back foot most of the time in interactions and ended up just catching them overextending and then punishing it properly and being able to pick up momentum from there. Which is fine, but it's not a position that it's really a good one to be in. I've been trying to learn some stuff with Leaf Shield, but I use it like way too much. I used to never use it, and then I tried to use it more, and now I just use it way too much. Like, I watched a few videos about Leaf Shielding and labbed it out for a while. I've been labbing Leaf Shield cancels forever, just trying to make sure I have that input down and still tend to mess it up in bracket, so I'm not really pausing here because what I'm saying is kind of just already translating to how I'm thinking here. It's just try to jump over Lloyd Rocket, projectile Lloyd Rocket, just keep getting hit by these villager forward and back airs. They don't really affect me too much. They only do a tiny amount of percent. It's building up over time for sure, but it's not as much damage as I'll be doing once I finally get in. As you can see here, I get in like a forward throw, I get an up smash, crouch under Lloyd Rocket. Yeah, they start going underneath the stage. I can like read them doing that, but I'm not really sure about punishing it because like the best thing I can do is like neutral air because I don't really want to follow them underneath the stage in case they just decide to up air and then I have to try to tech. And I missed quite a few stage techs this tournament overall. Like the ones on the stage were fine, but off stage, like being thrown into a ceiling by like a Donkey Kong back throw or something. A situation like that would have probably prevented me from tagging. So I definitely need to work on that a lot more. So yeah, get caught by the forward smash, and then instantly, pretty quickly here at least, I get the stock. Yeah, so it pretty much just goes even like this. And then there's still like 2 minutes, the match ends with like 11 seconds remaining or something like that. Like this was, I believe, the longest bracket set I've ever played, or like bracket match I've ever played. Probably the longest bracket set, because the next match is also about 6 minutes, and I actually end up losing it. But yeah, I do have a game plan going forward here. As you can see, it's just as soon as you hear the Lloyd Rocket noise, just try to get out a projectile to deal with Lloyd Rocket, and then just react to whatever villager is doing and punish accordingly. So they like to jump quite a lot, is something that I've noticed at this point. Mostly just jumping forward airs, or if they don't do a forward air, they land with neutral air. So I've been trying to call them out on that option as well, but most of the time they jump after Lloyd Rocketing, and I have to wait on the Lloyd Rocket to start moving before I can shoot it. So they've already got the frame advantage to be able to hit them with forward air, which is why I keep building up so much percent, just trying to get in a punish. But yeah, I try to go for edgewards here, but they just get too close to the stage, and I just keep going for down air when I can set up like slide special or something and it would work. I want to bait them into using this up air, which they just messed up on using, that they had pocketed, just because I wasn't really sure what would happen if they used it on me. They could have just grabbed me there. They don't really grab, though, so I wasn't too worried about that after I saw that interaction. I thought I might catch him jumping with a hit, or with like the move being extended by the balloon, but they ended up just not. But yeah, they go for down smash there on the tech. They were a bit too slow on it, so I ended up getting an up smash. But yeah, I just didn't want to pause that because I felt like if I kept pausing, like to go through every split-second decision of what was happening there. But yeah, my brain was kind of just autopiloting for most of the match until I got around the Void Rocket. Once I got around there, I was like, okay, I want to see if they're going to jump here, if they're going to throw out an aerial or what. But yeah, this is where autopiloting doesn't work on this one. So, same matchup, different stage. I don't think the stage is necessarily worse for this matchup or anything. In fact, I think Smashville is probably the worst stage of the two. But, yeah, it's gonna be another long one. I'll just... Nothing really changes with my game plan here, I would say, which I think is kind of bad, because I think their game plan changes. Because, as you can see, trees are now involved. And as I mentioned, I can just side special the tree to get rid of them, but I can only do that as long as there's not like a Void Rocket or another projectile hitting me. I think they just start focusing more on getting in that damage over time. And my issue is that I'm not really shielding this. Like, if I just shielded at all whenever they throw out Void Rocket, like after I hit the Void Rocket, just shield, then I think I would have done fine. But I just let this damage build up so much. Yeah, I tried to go for back air there because I'm tired of down air just not functioning on it, so by completely missing it. Should clarify, I guess. Yeah, I'm actually ahead here by a bit. Yeah, I did a lot of damage for what it was. I couldn't hear any of this audio. I didn't realize that I had crowd share for me this game and still lost. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good thing. And then I guess I auto-canceled the down air or something. That was a weird interaction, but yeah. The villager player was a bit frustrated by that interaction, and it actually, like, they commented to someone on the side, and that's what caused them to avoid the rush coil there. But yeah, they pocketed that Crash Bomber. I knew they were going to use it, so I tried to get a jump. But yeah, I'm just not really playing smart here. Like, I'm just throwing out moves, just trying to get an A hit after Blade Rocket. I'm not really reacting to what they're doing at all at this point. I'm just kind of tired of Blade Rocket spam. But yeah, another Blade Rocket into forward air, and then Blade Rocket into forward air, forward air, forward air, and then Blade Rocket into forward air, forward air, forward, or forward air, back air. It's just not a fun time for at least me. They might have been having a bit of fun, but I definitely was not at this point. I was just playing very impatiently. Like, pretty much any time I got in, I just started throwing out forward air, back air. I was like, it's just damage, I just need to make sure that I get some damage, because I'm taking quite a lot here. But I'm not really, like... The thing is, I'm getting damage, but I'm not really doing anything with the hits that I'm getting. I'm just like, okay, that's damage, and that's all I really need. I'm not trying to press advantage or anything with it. Because, like, doing this back throw here is good, and then I get a Metal Blade, which is some more damage, and then I jump and instantly lose all that advantage because they roll, and then I just try to hard commit to the jumping. And so now we're back at neutral, which means I'm going to be taking a ton of damage. I just need to basically get into advantage and then use that advantage to keep them in disadvantage rather than to try to let them reset to neutral. But yeah, they barely got that pass back. I wasn't too bothered by that, but it was slightly annoying that they were able to get it. But yeah, I'm just trying to get an A hit here for a bit. So yeah, luckily I got hit by that one, but yeah, get it back though. If I wasn't hit by the late rocket though, I actually would have been caught by the up smash and just died. But yeah, missed the up tilt, and then I didn't mean to grab there, I think, is what happened. But yeah, I ended up grabbing, which cost me the stock. If I remember correctly, I tried to like turn around up tilt. Yeah, they were a bit taken aback by the fact that that killed, but I thought they might have jumped or something, but now that I'm looking at the percent, it was for sure killing from the win box. But yeah, that was actually a pretty good interaction, but as soon as they got behind me, I just threw it away. I don't know how that did destroy Lloyd Rocket there. But yeah, that's the first time they've landed a grab this entire set. And then neutral air. No Lloyd Rockets here. There's a Lloyd Rocket. Get the back air though. I really wish I could have picked up on that back air. Was like pretty good at beating out Lloyd Rocket early. Because like that hit of Lloyd Rocket where the forward smash goes through. If I would have picked up on stuff like that, I think it would have ended differently. This would have been a lot faster of a match. But because I get struck out for so long, there's nothing I could do. And then they end up somehow getting the triple turnip, so... Bit of RNG for the loss, but not much I could do in that position anyway. I was just going to be up aired for a bit. Even if it was just once. So, yeah, then I switched to Pyra Mythra, and this ends up working. I don't know what Pyra Mythra skin I use for this one. I think it's the one where they both are like wearing the same outfit. With the same colors.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, I think it is. I use that one, and then I use the one where it's their colors, but like highlighted a bit more, and then I also use the one that's like the black and the red colors. And then also default. I have a few different skins for Pyra Mythra that I use. Whereas with like Mega Man, I just use the orange skin though. So yeah, as you can see, things went interestingly for me at first, and then I swapped to Pyra for literally no reason. But it ends up landing me in that back air at least. But yeah, what I wanted to do with Pyra Mythra was I wanted to edge guard, so I probably could pause a bit more here with this one, to be honest. So yeah, get the edge guard there. I knew that the side B was coming, so I was able to sneak underneath it and land a forward air. And as soon as I landed that, I knew that this was a pretty good pick, so yeah, they keep stuffing up my jumps with forward air. There's not really much I can do there, I think. Like, because if you shield Lloyd Rocket actually has like the best I'm just gonna make it where villagers wasn't looking like that, but yeah, Lloyd Rocket has the best frame advantage of any move on shield. So if I'm shielding it, I'm just gonna get grabbed, so I know that I have to jump over it or like somehow maybe like back up and bait. Like I stand and shield and then back up as Lloyd Rocket's approaching and then shield to try to bait a grab maybe, but yeah, I just keep jumping here in this matchup. Oh, for some reason I was there. With the camera. But yeah, I actually don't lose a stock this set somehow. I swapped to Pyra really early for no reason. I just kind of wanted an aerial, I think, to get them off stage. Because I still think that landing any aerial to get into an edge-guard position is going to be really advantageous for me with how this villager's playing. Get the Ray of Punishment. Yeah, just kind of wanted to stuff out aerials. I was just trying to see if Pyra's side B was a good counter to Villager's side B. Yeah, get a neutral air, big hitbox. Yeah, forward tilt beats up the down smash. Random neutral B. I had watched another Pyramithra player playing, I think, and then ended up seeing them use that neutral B like that, so I decided to use it like that. Because there was another Pyramithra player there. This was one that I didn't get a set of me playing against on like the stream or on my Switch, but I did end up Pyramithra dittoing them match 1 and 1, and then I switched to Roy for literally no reason at all other than I thought it would be fun, and ended up losing. Oh yeah, they just died there. I forgot about that. Pyramithra moment. But yeah, swapping the DLC there felt a bit wrong, I guess. Honestly, kind of deserved for how the villager was playing. It could be argued. As they literally were just side B forward air the entire match. Like, I didn't even try to count how many times they did that over and over again. But, yeah, with the other Pyramithra player I was playing, I went Pyramithra game 1, came back on the last stock, and then I went Roy for some reason and lost, and then I went Mega Man, and it was actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to be with the Pyramithra player, because I played them before as well, and they had improved, but I ended up gimping them at like 30% on their second stock, because they went to Kalos, so I was able to edge guard them pretty low, and then on the final stock, I was able to come back at like 180%. Same thing with the Mithra game there. I just lived to a really high percent, which I think was something that was pretty advantageous for me. Obviously, just not dying is a pretty good thing, but living to high percent with Pyra there actually got Rage, which is what allowed that to kill, because I'm sure without Rage that was nowhere near killing, even with the bad DI that had occurred from it that caused it to kill with the Rage, so yeah. Overall, my swap to Pyramithra there was just to try to get edge guards, and then with Mithra was to stuff out villagers camping with neutral air or any other aerials, which I think worked there. The reason I didn't really want to go too in-depth with the Pyramithra is because I don't really plan on playing them too much, as they're not my secondary, they're kind of a pocket. I still want Palutena, who I've been secondarying, to have some use, but so far, the matchup that I wanted them to have a use for it, they did actually almost win, which was against Pikachu, but we'll watch that whenever it comes out, but I played that one on stream. It was fairly close, but I feel like I just need more matchup experience with Pikachu players that actually know what they're doing, rather than like Wi-Fi Pikachus, as that was what most of my matchup experience with Palutena versus Pikachu was. So, yeah, with that, I will be ending things here for now. Sorry I couldn't really go into too much depth. It's just the villager was playing with a playstyle that was very repetitive, so the things that I was doing to counteract it was kind of repetitive, with the little variations being the difference between winning and losing, obviously, and also like 5 seconds of gameplay or so, it seems. So yeah, overall I would say I played the set kind of poorly with Mega Man, but Pyramithra I played really well. Like, I feel like going to Town and City was a bit disadvantageous for them, because I think I wanted to go Kalos, and they, like, I was kind of okay with any stage because I don't really have a preference, and then they wanted to do anything but Kalos, so I went Town, and then went, or no, I think I might have wanted Battlefield, and I think they were catching on that I was going to swap characters, so they just wanted Town, so I was like, that's fine with me, as I just wanted the stage that would be better for Pyramithra in general, which I thought that like Small Battlefield or PS2 would be a bit too even. Like, I wanted something that was a bit better, as with Town you're going to have better edge guards off the side, and then with Battlefield you're going to have better combos on the platform, like combo extensions and stuff with upper strings, so yeah. that's kind of my mindset for the stage picking. And then they picked these two stages, which I'm kind of indifferent about. I think Smashville is probably the worst stage of the two for Mega Man. Personally, as I just don't think that it's a good stage for Mega Man. But yeah, with that, I will be ending things here for now. This will probably be uploaded the day that I'm recording it later, because I haven't uploaded in like 5 days because I've been a bit busy prepping for tournament and having a bunch of other stuff going on. But yeah, I will be streaming later today too. I should be live around the time this comes out, hopefully, unless I'm busy like watching One Piece or something unproductive. But yeah, I should be live around then. If the VODs are out, I'll be reacting to that, but if not, I'll probably be playing something on stream. Maybe Smash. I'm still not really sure about arena battles because sometimes there's like a bunch of connection issues and stuff with the stream. But we'll see. So yeah, guess I'll see everyone in the next one.